We're going to look at how to construct the caster wheel assembly for the office chair now. Basically, it's built of three components. The top pin, a simple primitive cylinder. The wheels themselves, which again are cylinders with 32 faces, with a swept and beveled face here. Now the main object we're going to concentrate on is the body of this assembly, for which we're going to use subdivision surfaces. We'll start with a cube primitive, which we're going to scale and shape using the Move Face tool and the Scale tools. Now I'm just going to move the object next to our target model. We'll need to create this arch shape here. Select the top face of the deformed cube, and I'm going to use the Lathe tool on there. We need to rotate the lathe in the direction we need. 180 degrees, and then change the radius and the angle again. I'm going to rotate it 160 degrees. And then the segments, take that down to 6 as we're going to subdivide this object. Just click on the Lathe tool and we've created the arch shape we need here. Create the center division around the wheel body. We're going to do that by sweeping all the surfaces simultaneously. Firstly, we'll just reduce the depth of the objects to 500 units. And then select all of these faces using the Selection Rectangle tool. Check that the back side is selected on, and we're on face selection. Now we can just rotate the object, select, and we have all the faces chosen at once. Right-click on the sweep button, and we can see that we've got a default of 500 millimeters again, the same as our object size. So now we know when we sweep, we've got an object exactly 1,000 millimeters wide. This object is much bigger than we would need for one-to-one scale modeling. This is just for clarity at the moment. We now need to select the center divide. Once again, we're going to use the rectangle select, but this time we're going to use select edges. Now again, we drag over the center of the object and we've selected all of the edges along the center line. We use a scale now and just right and left click simultaneously to scale that out a bit. It'll give us a rounded effect when we divide this. Now we need to draw some extra geometry on top of the object to create the extended part of the body. We're going to do that with the Polygon Draw tool. And now I'm going to start on top of the object. It locates automatically and snaps to the point. Now I'm going to draw around the object manually with my Polygon tool and to select the faces of this newly created geometry. I'm going to sweep them once. Now I want to move these edges into a better line. Go into Side View and zoom in. I'll rotate the selected faces slightly. Then, using my perspective window, select some edges and move them around to line them up. And now I want to change the back geometry here. So I'll use Polydraw again to create some new polygons on the back edge. And then I can go in and use Delete Edge here to change the shaping there. On the front, it's the same. Draw new polygons around there and delete the old ones. I'll just move these faces down. They may be too high. Right-click and drag those down vertically. Just to check, we're going to divide that with Subdivision Object. And there we have it, a caster wheel body assembly.